The life of Lee Byung-hun, or the frontman of Squid Game. Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the lives and legacies of the world's most fascinating stars. Today, we turn our attention to one of South Korea's most powerful actors, a man whose presence on screen is impossible to ignore, Lee Byung-hun. You may know him as the cold and mysterious frontman from Netflix's global sensation Squid Game, but his story is far greater than the mask he wore. From his humble beginnings in Korea to becoming a pioneer in Hollywood, from emotional dramas to action blockbusters, Lee Byung-hun's journey is one of ambition, resilience, and undeniable talent. Join us as we take a deep dive into the life of Lee Byung-hun, the man behind the mask. Early life. Lee Byung-hun was born on July 12, 1970, in Songnam, Gyeonggi Province, South Korea. Growing up, his family was not involved in entertainment, yet creativity seemed to run in their blood. His younger sister, Lee In-hee, would later be crowned Miss Korea in 1997. As a boy, Lee was curious, intelligent, and disciplined. He attended Daewang Elementary, Yeongdong, and Cheongdong High Schools before pursuing higher studies in French literature at Hanyang University and later theater and film at Chungcheong University. Along the way, he picked up multiple languages, learning English, French, and Mandarin. These skills would later prove invaluable when he stepped onto international stages. But at the time, Lee never imagined he would one day become one of the most recognizable actors in Asia, and eventually the world. Early steps in acting. In 1991, Lee Byung-hun made his television debut in the drama Asphalt My Hometown. It was not a glamorous role, but it marked the beginning of his acting career. Slowly but surely, he began to appear in more dramas, each performance adding to his skill and reputation. Through the 1990s, he became a familiar face in South Korea, starring in hit dramas such as Beautiful Days and All In. His charisma, intensity, and emotional depth earned him the title of a leading man in the Korean entertainment industry. Audiences fell in love with his ability to portray both tenderness and strength, vulnerability and power. Rise in Korean cinema. Lee Byung-hun was not content with being just a television star. He wanted to take on bigger challenges, and so he turned his attention to the silver screen. His breakthrough in film came with Joint Security Area in 2000, directed by Park Chan-wook. The movie was a critical and commercial success, and Lee's performance was widely praised. From there, he showcased his versatility. In A Bittersweet Life, 2005, he played a gangster torn between loyalty and morality, a role that became iconic. In I Saw the Devil, 2010, he took audiences into the darkest corners of vengeance and violence, proving he could handle some of the most intense roles ever seen in Korean cinema. He continued to star in box office hits like Masquerade, Inside Men, The Man Standing Next, and Ashfall. Each role added new layers to his reputation, not just as a star, but as a serious actor capable of extraordinary range. Breaking into Hollywood. While many actors remain legends in their own countries, Lee Byung-hun became one of the first Korean stars to break into Hollywood. He played the deadly Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra and its sequel, G.I. Joe: Retaliation. Then he appeared in Red 2 alongside Bruce Willis and Helen Mirren, Terminator Genesis with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and The Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt. Though some of these roles were supporting parts, Lee's performances were memorable, and they gave him exposure to international audiences. He proved that Korean actors could thrive in Hollywood, setting the stage for the global wave of K-actors we see today. The frontman in Squid Game. In 2021, Lee Byung-hun returned to the small screen in a role that shook the world. He was revealed as the frontman in Netflix's Squid Game. Mysterious, authoritative, and chilling, the frontman became one of the most unforgettable characters in the show. Hidden behind a mask, Lee used subtle gestures, body language, and his commanding voice to create a sense of power and menace. As the series unfolded, audiences discovered his backstory. In-ho, the brother of Detective Jun-ho, who had once won the Squid Game himself. This twist made the character even more haunting and tragic. While his screen time was less than some of the main players, his presence lingered long after each episode. He became the perfect symbol of the cruelty and control at the heart of the game. Personal life and challenges. Behind the fame, Lee Byung-hun has faced personal challenges. Like many celebrities, he has dealt with scandals and intense media scrutiny. But through every difficulty, he has endured, proving his resilience and commitment to his craft. In 2013, he married actress Lee Min-jung, and together they have a son. Despite public attention, the couple has managed to keep much of their family life private, focusing instead on stability and mutual support. Lee is also known for his discipline and professionalism. Whether it is mastering languages, preparing for physically demanding roles, or immersing himself in emotionally complex characters, he approaches his craft with dedication that inspires younger actors. Legacy and influence. Today, Lee Byung-hun is considered a pioneer of Korean cinema. Long before the global K-drama boom, he was already bridging the gap between Korea and Hollywood. His body of work, from Joint Security Area to Squid Game, stands as proof of his versatility and staying power. He has received numerous awards, including honors from the Blue Dragon Film Awards, Baisang Arts Awards, and even international recognition. He is also one of the first Korean actors to leave his handprints at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood, a rare honor reserved for global icons. For younger actors, Lee Byung-hun is not just a star, he is a role model. He proved that with persistence, talent, and courage, an actor from Korea could stand shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. And at the end, from his beginnings in Korean television to intense cinematic masterpieces to the masked mystery of the frontman, Lee Byung-hun's career is one of resilience and brilliance. He has faced obstacles, conquered both Korean and Hollywood stages, and left behind unforgettable characters. And as he continues to explore new roles in Squid Game and beyond, one thing is clear: Lee Byung-hun's story is far from over. The man behind the mask will continue to surprise, inspire, and dominate the screen for years to come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the lives of the world's greatest stars.